In recent weeks, videos have been circulating online showing sea lions defending parts of La Jolla Cove. They're often provoked by tourists who are trying to take photos and selfies with the animals.
Local organizations continue to ask who is responsible for keeping both the animals and people safe. CBS 8's Evan Irani has more in this Earth 8 report.
Standing on the beach with your toes in the ocean, it's undeniable. La Jolla Cove is a sight to see for both the beach itself and the wildlife. Did you come to see the sea lions?
Yeah, I come here because of the sea lion, because this place is very famous in Italy.
I love it. I love coming here. It's awesome.
But every year, especially during pupping season for these sea lions, the debate continues of how close is too close.
As you see now, the tide is pretty low. The animals are on the rocks. People are on the beach. This is pretty manageable. But when all these animals are suddenly here on the beach and you have 300 people in this area, then that's where we have issues.
Carol Toy with the Sierra Club has been one of the leading voices in the debate, pleading for more signage, cones restricting access to pups, or a permanent park ranger to limit crowds.
They love the education. They're here to see these animals. You know, this is what we do. We educate the public, and people are constantly grateful for that education. But what we're saying is we cannot do, and we should not be doing, the crowd control, which is really what is necessary now, because there's been absolutely no management of this area this year.
And we brought our questions to the city of San Diego, and they tell us that sea lions are protected under federal law. In a statement, they say the city lacks the authority to enforce any provision of the Marine Mammal Protection Act, and that doing so would be interpreted by the courts as unauthorized enforcement. No other agency, whether federal, state, or local, can enforce unless this power is delegated to them by the federal government. All this as viral videos across social media show sea lions defending their space against visitors, with many placing blame on these crowds for the death of several pups each year, as mother sea lions can get spooked and abandon their pups.
What happens in the wild will happen, but surely we don't want to be responsible for loving these animals to death and petting them and causing them to die.
But this is no new debate. Pupping season happens every year, and so come the visitors from around the world. Both Point La Jolla and Boomer Beach are under a year-long closure codified into city code. But the city says that when it comes to La Jolla Cove, state or federal congressional action would need to be taken to grant the city the authority to enforce protection.
We've been coming here since we were little, and if you just give a little respect to them and a little space, they let us do our thing, they do their thing, and it tends to work out really well. I think that I've seen is the tourists that don't have a healthy respect for it, and they just get a little too close, too quick, and look at it as an Instagram moment or something like that. And so I think if you just have a little respect for it, that they'll be just fine. I think we can coexist.
In the meantime, the Sierra Club says they'll continue their mission of educating those visitors and awaiting change. The city also says their rangers are constantly responding to calls of violations, but at La Jolla Cove specifically, education is all they have the ability to do until they're given jurisdiction.
This is an incredible place because the animals are here and we need to protect them. And it's sad to see when people go crazy and just risk the animal safety just to get a selfie.
In La Jolla, Evan Irani, CBS 8.